Hello everyone, welcome to the next session on operations research. In this session, we are going to discuss numericals on the topic of Big M method. Solve the following LPP by Big M method. We have to minimize Z, which is 12x1 plus 20x2, subject to constraints 6x1 plus 8x2 greater than equal to 100, 7x1 plus 12x2 greater than equal to 120, and the non-negativity constraint is x1, x2 is greater than equal to 0. So for solving this, we will first have to convert this into the standard form. So for converting this into standard form, I'll write down minimize z is equal to 12x1 plus 20x2 subject to constraints 6x1 plus 8x2. Now if you observe, there is a greater than equal to sign. So I need to subtract surplus variable and also add an artificial variable. This will be equal to 100. 7x1 plus 12x2. Here again there is a greater than equal to sign. So minus s2 plus a2 is equal to 120. Lastly, we'll write down x1, x2, s1, s2, a1, a2. All will be greater than equal to 0. Now since we are solving the problem by Big M method, here I will write down plus 0 s1 plus 0 s2. We are solving for minimization type, hence plus m into a1 plus m into a2. These are the two terms which will have penalties attached to them. We are using the plus sign because it is a minimization type of problem. So once this is done, we will want to find the initial basic feasible solution. For that, let me substitute x1, x2 is equal to 0. Also, I'll assume s1 and s2 as 0. So from the first equation, I will get a1 is equal to 100 and a2 is equal to 120. So these two are now the basic variable and these are the non-basic variable. And if you substitute in this equation of z, you will find the value of z minimum is going to be, substitute here because these are all 0. So what you get over here is 220 m. So this is the initial basic feasible solution that we have found. After this, we will go for the making of the initial simplex table. So what we are doing is we are forming a table. So you can call this as initial simplex table. We will start with CBI, CJ, basic variable. The basic variables are A1 and A2. The coefficient of these two in the equation of Z is M. The other variables are X1, X2, S1, S2 and also write A1, A2 over here. We need to write their coefficients from the equation of Z. So this is 12, this is 20, this is 0, 0, M and M. Here we will be writing the coefficients from this equation 6, 8, minus 1 and 1. So we will write down 6, 8, minus 1, 1 and these two are 0. Similarly, from the second equation, you can write down this is 7, this is 12, this is 0, this is minus 1, 0 and 1. The value of A1 is 100 and A2 is 120. Next, we will solve for Zj. So you will have to multiply m into 6 plus m into 7, that is 13m. Next 8 into m plus 12 into m, that is 20m. Rest you can multiply and add and get the answer. And last here it is 220m. Then we will calculate Cj minus Zj. That is 12 minus 13m. Then we have 20 minus 20m. This is m, 0, 0. Now we will have to solve for minimization. So all these values should be greater than equal to 0. So we will have to figure out the number which is causing the solution to become negative and not becoming greater than equal to 0. So amongst these two you will have to find. Now let me assume, this is a rough work that I am doing, m is equal to 1000. So if you substitute in 12 minus 13m, you will get some value, and in 20 minus 20m, if you substitute, you will get some value. It is minus 19980, and this is minus 12988. So amongst these two, this is the minimum one. So I am choosing x2 as the one which is entering the solution. I now need to find the ratio. So for finding the ratio, it is 100 by 8. So it is 25 by 2, and this is 120 by 12, that is 10. So amongst these two, this is the minimum one. So A2 is going to leave the solution. So I'll write down, since all Cj minus Zj are not greater than equal to 0, therefore optimality is not reached. X2 is the entering variable and A2 is leaving the solution. So it is a leaving variable. Now we'll go for the iteration 1. Since A2 has left the solution, I will only write till A1. So here I'll write down A1, and instead of A2, I'll write X2. Then I'll write their coefficients from the equation of Z. This is 12, 20, 0, 0 and M. This is M and this is 20. Now we focus on the second row. We will divide all the numbers by 12, and this value above 12 is going to be 0 for X2. This is 0 and this is 1. I'll solve the rest of them. This will be 7 by 12. This will be 0. This is minus 1 by 12 and this is 0. For solution also I'll calculate, this is 10. Next we will solve for this one. This is 6 minus 56 by 12. This will be 4 by 3. And similarly you can solve for rest of them. This will be minus 1. This is 2 by 3. This is 1 and this is 20. Now I'll calculate Zj. So it is 4 by 3m minus 20 into 7 by 12. So this will be 140 by 12. There will be a plus sign here. This is just 20. This is minus m. This term will be minus 5 by 3 plus 2 by 3m. This is m and this is 20m plus 200. Now I'll calculate Cj minus Zj. So this value will turn out to be 1 by 3 minus 4 by 3m. This is 0. This is plus m. This value is 5 by 3 minus 2 by 3m. This is 0. Now again I am going to solve by substituting the value of m, because if you observe, we have not got the value to be greater than or equal to 0. There is still negativity here. So amongst these two I have to find. So I'll write down, let m is equal to 1000. Now I have taken 1000 because it's a larger penalty, so larger value. So this is 1 by 3 minus 4 by 3m, and one is 5 by 3 minus 2 by 3m. So when you solve these two, you get, this is minus 1333, this is minus 665. So this value obviously is going to be lower. So I will choose x1 as the entering variable, and I need to find ratio. So that is 20 upon 4 by 3. So this is 15, and this is 10 by 7 into 12. So this is 120 by 7, and 120 by 7 turns out to be, this is 17.14. So obviously this value of 15 is smaller. Since this is smaller, A1 is now going to leave the solution. So I'll write down, since all Cj minus Zj are not greater than equal to 0, therefore optimality is not reached. We have x1 as the entering variable and A1 is now leaving the solution. So now we'll go for iteration 2. Here I'll write down x1 and x2. The coefficient is 12 and 20 from the equation of z. Here I'll have x1, x2, s1, s2. No artificial variable. The reason is both have left the solution. This is 12, this is 20, this is 0 and 0. Now we will first go for the first row and divide each term by 4 by 3. So this is 1, this is 0, this is minus 3 by 4, this is 1 by 2 and this is 15. This will be 0 as we know by now. And now I have to calculate the rest of the term. This number will remain 1 because this is 0 and we can calculate for the rest of them. Now let's calculate Zj. Now I calculate Cj minus Zj. This is 0, 0, 1 by 4 and 9. So since all Cj minus Zj are greater than equal to 0, therefore optimality is reached. We have Z optimum as 205, x1 is 15, x2 is 5 by 4. So with this, I end the session. I hope you have understood the numerical. If you have any doubts, please write to me in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon for latest video updates. See you in the next session. Thank you.